Good evening. My name is John Frederick, Operations Section Chief on the Shelly incident. This is my partner, Kristian, Litz. Right now, we're going to give you an overview of the Shelly incident. Right now, it's currently at 9,853 acres with 1% containment. I'm going to start off in the northern part of the incident. The fire is currently held up on a ridge below Mill Creek and above Kidder Creek. Right now, we have crews currently engaged in going directly on top of this ridge. They're pushing out from the east, pushing toward the west, trying to get a foothold and get that northern end contained. Now going down into Kidder Creek, we still have some fire activity above Kidder Creek below that ridge top. So we are currently trying to get crews engaged to go direct on that line, but we're experiencing extremely difficult with very rough terrain and steep terrain and very heavy fuels, and the fire is currently backing through there at a very slow pace. So we are trying to get engaged in the bottom of Kidder Creek and start to work up toward that line up there. Working from the south of Kidder Creek, we're going into the Patterson Creek drainage. Right now we have multiple crews in there going direct with hose lays, going direct with hand crews, and we're currently trying to get all of our fixed wing and rotor wing operations aircraft into there to cool that area down so our resources can get in there safely. Now coming out of the Patterson Creek, coming down to the south toward the let's call it the right flank of the incident. Currently it's held up in some rock screes in here, and we're trying to continue to hit that with aircraft and trying to access that in to get ground crews in there to ground truth and get that contained. Coming around the bottom, around the Shelly Lake area, we are experiencing some sort of small runs. We had some small runs earlier today. That's along the Pacific Crest Trail, and we are trying to get our aircraft in there to pin that down. Now let's talk about some of our contingency in our structure group. So up to the top in the Quartz Valley area, we're continuing to work and with some indirect in our secondary containment lines. We are working all the way up toward the Scott River Road, and from the Scott River Road we're continuing to prep that road with massacators, hand crews, and really look out to the north and make sure that this thing does not progress any farther up than that. Coming down from Quartz Valley, we have multiple engines all in around there. Our structure groups and structure branches are working through there. Our structure engines are continuing to prep structures, identify hazards, and to make sure that all those houses in there are identified in case this fire does come down. Now, just out to the west, or the east, excuse me, of our main fire's edge, we have multiple secondary lines. So in case this fire does get away from our direct attack, we will have an area to fall back on. We even have an additional contingency line at the base of the mountain just outside of the valley here. So the Kidder Creek area coming down into the Etna area, we have containment lines all through here. Secondary lines just in case our direct attack does not work. Coming down all the way down to the bottom, we are trying to set a spike camp up down here in the bottom and work our way into the 6 Mile area to get into the base of this fire to make sure it doesn't progress anymore. With that, I appreciate all the comments that are coming in, and we just want to make sure to address these comments and questions that you have and concerns to the public. We know that there's a lot of equipment out there. There's a lot that needs to be done, and I can assure you that we are continuing to go direct on this fire as much as we can. We are talking about some of the steepest terrain and some of the thickest fuels that we have in this state are in this area. So we do not we do not want to put anyone into these areas without good safety zones. We want to make sure that it's safe to get in there. And with that being said, we want to make sure that the communities are safe. So we are building lines out to the edge of the communities. That way we know we can protect them first. And then when it's safe to do so, we're going to get in there and go direct like we are right now. We're utilizing night aircraft. We have 3 helicopters tonight. They're going to be working constantly through the night with a helicopter coordinator. We have 2 mobile retardant bases that will be set up tomorrow. So we will be working one out of the Etna area and one out of the to the north of the incident. So we will continue to work not only around the neighborhoods, but we will continue to work up here into the wilderness and continue to utilize retardant to make sure that's safe to get troops in there. And when it is safe to do so, we will continue to go direct. I thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this neighborhood. And I assure you that our equipment, our resources are hard at work, and we're trying everything we can to make your community safe. Thank you.